Hey Internet, today we are going to discuss about web application development tool of the IT degree of UCSC. So this is the paper of 2016. As you can see, I'm going to talk you through about part 1 multiple choice question paper today. So it's a 1 hour paper and it consists of 20 questions, and each question will have 5 choices with one or more correct answers. So there could be one or maybe more. All questions will carry equal marks. Okay, and there will be a penalty for incorrect responses to discourage guessing. So these are the main factors that you need to take care of. But read every instruction in the manual. Okay, let's dig into the first question. Which of the following statements about PHP programming language is true? Which of the following statements about PHP programming language is true? A. It is a server-side programming language. Yes, PHP is a server-side programming language. It is a client-side programming language. No. It is a free software. PHP is yes, it's free software. It is a free format language. Yes, it is a free format language because free format language means you can write statements in multiple lines, or maybe you can place it on a single line, and there is no strict format in the way of writing the statements. Okay. So that is what we call free format language. Say for example, you can write, this is a PHP script, so you can write 2 statements like this, or maybe like in a single line, and you can see the space between this symbol and this string can be multiple. If I save this and run, you should be able to see there is no difference, so it's running perfectly. So we have the big past paper 2016, and after that there's a line break here, and we have the second statement that is being executed. So that is what is called a free format language. So there are some other languages that adheres to strict standards, so this is different. So PHP is a free format language. And PHP scripts in an HTML document should be coded within PHP and /PHP tag. So here there's a little error here. We need to have less than mark and question mark, then PHP, and this shouldn't be there. And when you end, that is just the question mark and the greater than mark. So it should be like this. This is how you start it, and this is how you end it. So in between is the statements that we should write the PHP in, right? So for the first question, the answers are A, C, and D. Let's take a look at the second question now. Which of the following PHP statements are syntactically valid? So option A, define constant. This is a console. This is the definition of a constant. So we have the function define, and we give the key of the name and then the value. So this seems to be fine. This is okay. And this syntax, define is a function actually. We can't do like this. This is wrong. And this is constant is a variable, and this is a constant is the string value that is assigned to the variable. So that is syntactically correct. This is a constant equal. This is constant. So here, basically it should be a variable which starts with a $sign. This is wrong. And here is a another variable, and we can see instead of double quotes is a single quote enclosed one, and within the string there is a single quote available, and it is being escaped by an escape character backslash. So this seems to be fine. So um, the correct ones are A, C, and E. The question number 3. Which of the following PHP scripts are syntactically valid? So we need to check the syntax now. Okay, PHP starts fine, ends fine. If bracket starts, parenthesis started, and we have to have a boolean value here. Okay, so that's fine, true, and echo true. Bracket starts here, ends here. Okay, this seems to be fine. Okay, this is correct. And B, okay, PHP start tag and tags are correct. This line here, if parenthesis start 2 not equal 3, so this evaluates to false. This evaluates to true, and echo in if part, so this will be printed out. Okay, and else echo in else part. So this seems to be also fine, because these are single statements like this echo init part. We don't need the parentheses, so that is optional there. If we need, we can use parentheses. If we don't want, we don't need to. Okay, this also seems to be correct. C, if, okay, so here the parentheses are missing, so this is wrong. Option D, PHP if 2 not equal 3, parentheses are there, starting bracket, ending bracket, echo init part. Okay, so ending is correct. Else part, so this is the bracket, these are the bracket pair, and also, so this also seems to be fine. And this one, here the brackets are missing, so A, B, and D are the correct ones. Question number 4. Consider the following PHP script. Okay, PHP starting, ending, and we have a double slash which is a single line comment, and in the next line we have echo hello, and so there is no comment line in front. So here echo world, so in front we have double slash, which means this statement is commented, which will not execute. So here this line has no statement, so anyway it doesn't have any effect. So this will be executed, this line will not be executed. So the answer should be just hello. What is the output of the above PHP script? Yeah, this one. Okay, option A. Alright, question number 5. Which of the following PHP scripts produces the output nice space day? Okay, A, PHP syntax looks correct, and A variable is nice, B variable is day, echo A concatenated by B, so nice day. So this will print without a space, right? So nice day will be in one single word, so this is wrong. And here this script, the lines are fine, but still it will output the same thing if it executes, but this will not execute because this is a multi-line comment. Okay, so this is also wrong. Let's see this one. Option C, A nice, B space A, and okay, here echo can actually take multiple values separated by comma, so it will output nice and then space day. So this will output this value, so that is correct. And D, A nice, B day, okay, that's fine, and then echo $A will print nice, and then it will print space, and then it will print dead. So this will also result in the same output like this one. So this is correct. And here A equal nice and B equal dead. So echo A plus B. So this is not actually string concatenation, it is actually uh, numeric operation. So basically this will return in 0, because this value will be converted to 0, this value will be converted to 0, and 0 plus 0 is 0. So this is wrong, and C and D are the answers. Question number 6. Which of the following PHP scripts prints the value 3 when executed? Okay, so here is a PHP script, echo 7 upon 4. So this will be 7 divided by 4 is something around 1 point something, so it will not yield 3, that's wrong. Echo 7 modulus 4. So here this is the remainder. So when we divide 7 by 4, there will be a remainder of 3. Right? So this is correct. And echo minus 1 into 3 plus 12 by 2. So here we need to think about the operator precedence first. So what will evaluate first is based on the operator precedence. So here in this case, this will be evaluated. So this is the multiplication that has a priority. So this will result in minus 1 into 3 is minus 3, and here then is the 12 divided by 2 is 6. So plus 6 minus 3 is 3, right? So that will output 3. That's fine. And here echo B11. So here B11. This is like used like a constant, but we don't have a definition of a constant, so this will not echo 3. So this one echo 0B11. So this one is a binary representation. So this is a binary value. What is followed is a binary value. 1 means 2 to the power 0 1, 2 to the power 1 is 2, and in that case 2 plus 1 is 3. So this will output 3. So you can check that out here. 0B and 0B and 1 1. Right. Let's check the result. Yep, that outputs 3. So that is also correct. Right. So this one wrong, correct, correct, and correct. B, C, and E. Question number 7. Consider the following PHP declaration. Here's a variable A equal it's an array with elements 0, 1, 2, and 3. So there are altogether 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. Right? As you can see, it's separated by commas mainly, and this is another array itself, which is the second element. It is another array. Okay. Which of the following statement is a true? The value of $A3 is the string CD. So $A3 is this one, right? Because it's 0 based index. So this one is the $A3. So this is wrong. The value of $A3 is the string def. Yeah, that's correct. Value of count $A is 4. So this variable is an array of element 1, 2, 3, 4. So the count of $A is 4, that is correct. The value of count $A is 6, wrong. The value of count A is 0, wrong. So the answers are B and C. Question number 8. Consider the following PHP script. Okay, there's a variable light is an array red, yellow, and green. So here's 0, 1, 2. Color number equal 1. Right? That's a variable color number. Then we have a switch statement. Okay, and here it is taking light 1. So light 1 is this variable array's first index, that is yellow. So light 1 is yellow actually, this one. And in case red, so yellow will not match there, and then it comes here, case yellow, yes, yellow and yellow matches. Echo date ready will be printed, right? And because there is no break after this line, it will go to the next case as well, and it will print go. So get ready, space, then go. And there's a break, so it will stop here. Right? It will stop here. So basically get ready, go will be output. What would be the output of the script when it is executed? So get ready, go. Get ready. So this one is the correct answer. Question number 9. Which of the following PHP function definitions is syntactically correct? Option A, okay, function, fine, and space F1, and then parenthesis, starting bracket, ending bracket, echo, right, and the ending is the semicolon. So this seems to be fine, correct. And this, let's take a look at this option B, function F1. Okay, that is also seem to be correct, but okay, this $ABC, this variable is not defined, so this is not going to work because it's not defined, right? So that is wrong. Function F1, and then here as a parameter we are passing ABC variable, so and then parenthesis echo space $ABC. We are using this variable, so and the semicolon is also there. This looks fine. So this is another example of free format language. Okay, so the function is written in a single line. So that's correct. And this one, function f1 $ABC, there are two parameters being passed, but this is not a valid syntax. Either it should have a dollar sign and also a different name. So this is wrong. You can't pass parameters like this. Void function f1. So here, this void keyword is not valid in PHP. So basically, we don't provide a return type there. Just write the function and give these values. So A and C are the correct. Consider the following PHP function definition. So question number 10. Function space f1. There are three parameters. Dollar name 6 equal m. So here, ideally there should be a dollar sign here. So this is actually the function is wrong by syntax, but let's see the question. Dollar age equals 0. So there are default values given for sex and age, right? And echo dollar name, comma br sex br age. Which of the following function calls are syntactically correct? Okay, so there is a one mandatory parameter. So here they are calling as f1 without giving any parameter. So this is wrong. Okay, so that's wrong. That's wrong. And in PHP, the functions can be called case insensitively. So basically, if you can call this one with capital F1 or simple F1. That doesn't matter if you call the same function, right? So here we have given a single parameter which maps to name, so that's fine. F1 Saman, Anura and Gamini. Saman is name, Anura will be assigned to this sex variable and Gamini will be assigned to age variable. Although it is the name implies it should be an integer because PHP variables can be assigned any type, right? So this is syntactically correct. Option D, F1, Kamala, F20, 30. So here are 1, 2, 3, 4 parameters. But actually our function takes only 1, 2, and 3, right? But actually in PHP, when you have defined 3 parameters, you are able to give more parameters than defined. It will not report an error. Say for example here, function say hello is an example and it takes only one argument, right? Name. So if we execute, so this equals hello and provided argument value, and then say hello Shiham will print hello Shiham. Right? So just like this. So even if we pass something here, like so this is the second parameter, but inside the function we are not using the second parameter. So let's see what happens. Pressing OK. So that's hello Shiham again. So there is no syntax errors as such. So this is a valid statement. Just like that in the paper also, it's a valid syntax, right? And here in the option E, F1, we are providing 1, 2, 3 parameters. So this one basically will first evaluate to 33 and then will be printed, right? So this is also so except for option A, all the other answers are correct. Question number 11. Consider the following PHP statement. So $f equals f open my data.txt, that's a string of a file name, and comma string $a. So basically f open is a function which produces normally a file resource that can be written or read or appended. Right? So mainly there are three modes we use. One is W for writing and R is for reading. R for reading, W for writing. Right? So instead of A, we put W for writing a file into the writing text into this file, and R for reading my data.txt file. Okay. So basically, in this one is the append mode. Which of the following statements is true about this statement? It always creates a file named my data.txt. Basically, it will try to open this up for appending. So it's also writing. And put the file cursor at the end of the file, right? If the file exists, it will open up and provide the pointer to that file, and $f will contain that pointer or the resource. If the file does not exist, it will try to create one, but we can't ensure that it always creates a file named my data.txt, because if the location is not writable, it can't do that. So this is basically wrong. It returns the boolean value true if the f open is successful. Basically, if the f open is successful, it will return a pointer to the file, right? So this is wrong. It's not returning true. It returns the boolean value false if the open fails. Yeah, that's correct. If the open is successful, the file pointer is always placed at the beginning of the file. So in append mode, it is not the case. It will be the file pointer is always placed at the end of the file, right? That is in the append mode. In the write mode, this will happen. The file pointer will be on at the beginning of the file. So E, if the f open is successful, the file pointer is always placed at the end of the file. So this is correct. So the correct answers are C and E. Question number 12. Which of the following statements are true? Option A. Cookies typically save data at the user's client's computer. Yep. So this is about cookies, and cookies are typically saved on the client's computer in the browser. Yeah, that's correct. Option B, cookies typically save data at the web server. This is wrong. It's not a server technology, it's a client technology. Option C, most popular web browsers provide facilities to enable or disable cookies. So that's correct. If you check out in Google, Chrome, Firefox, or even Internet Explorer has these features. Option D, in PHP scripts, data stored by cookies can be accessed by using the global array $_. So this is wrong because the cookies can be accessed by the variable $_ keys. Right. So I'm not going to write that. So you need to check on the global variables. Alright. So this is false. And option E, the PHP command set cookie abc def sends a cookie with the name def to the browser. So basically, set cookie function, the first value is the key or the name of the cookie, and this one, the second argument is the value of the cookie. So cookie with the name def to the browser is wrong. Basically, this will send a cookie with the name ABC and the value will be DEF. So this is wrong. Option A and C. Okay, here is a quick recap of the cookie. Basically, cookie is a small piece of data sent from a website and stored on the user's computer by the user's web browser while the user is browsing. Right? So basically, it is sent by the website to the user's computer. Right? So here's an example. So this is a simple echo statement, and I'm using set cookie. And here this should be the name of the cookie, and this should be the value of the cookie. Right? Okay, let's see what happens here. If I go to the page and refresh, see, we can see that echo statement. I am setting the cookie here, right? So to see the value of the cookie, you need to go to the inspector. Now I'm using Chrome here, and go to the application tab, and here you can see cookies, right? Under storage section you have cookies, and you have to choose the URL. See, here we can see the cookie value. So this is the name ABC and GEF is the value, and we can see the expiration and everything. So say if I set another cookie like name equal name Sham, right? And if I again refresh this, you can see the name Sham, right? So this is the list of cookies. Okay, so that's about cookies. Okay, if we need to access these cookies from the server, the global variable, we can access the global variable like this. It's a super global array $_ cookie, right? This is an array, and to see the values, we can use print r function, which literally prints the array, and then let's just comment these out. Right? See what happens. If I enter, see, this is the array. So ABC key has def and name key has Shiham, and these are some default values that has been given by the browser. Right. Question number 13. Which of the following statements is true? So basically, web beacons can be used to find out whether a user has accessed the content of a web page or not. So here there should be a small correction here. Web beacon spelling is BEACON, ONS, actually web beacons, right? So this question is about web beacons, and a web beacon, or called web bug also, is one of the various techniques used on web pages or emails to invisibly allow checking that a user has accessed some content. Right? Common uses are email tracking and page tagging for web analytics. So uh, basically, a website owner, or who is the person who is the owner of the content, uh, is able to track the user's information, the time of access, which page has been detected, displayed, which page has been displayed, and uh, through which IP address this request is coming through. So there are basic, uh, literally very good information can be tracked through these web beacons. Okay, so a simple example is it's an often transparent graphic image which you can't see, usually no larger than 1 pixel by 1 pixel, that is placed on a website, right? Or an email that is used to monitor the behavior of the user visiting the website or sending the email, right? So it is often used in combination with cookies. When the HTML code of the web beacon points to a site to retrieve the image, at the same time it can pass along information such as the IP address of the computer that retrieved the image, the time the web beacon was viewed, and for how long, the type of browser that retrieved the image, and previously set cookie values. Right? So uh, so that is our web beacons, and web beacons can be used to find out whether a user has accessed the content of a web page or not. Yes, that is true. Web beacon is another name for cookie. Actually, not. It's not another name for cookie. The cookie is a storage mechanism. Web beacon is how you track a certain page is being viewed or a certain email is being opened, right? For example. And C, web beacons can be implemented only by using JavaScript. So now talking about implementing web beacons, right? So basically, there are many techniques being used. The early adoption of web beacons was used through images, PNG images, transparent images, right? And then that was embedded in HTML pages, usually a page on the web or the content of an email. Modern web beacons also use HTML iframes, right? And style, script, input link, embed, and object tags, right, to track the usage. So these are the techniques that the modern day web beacons are being used, right? So this is wrong. Actually, there are many other options. So option D, web beacons cannot be implemented through images. This is actually wrong. The early web beacons were actually implemented through images, that is transparent, right? 1 pixel by 1 pixel images. So this is actually wrong. And web beacons can store data only at the client's machine as cookies. Uh, this also is wrong because uh, a web beacon is something, a resource that is being you know contained in a web page or email, but the link to that resource is a third-party web server. So there, uh, whenever a request is made through HTTP, that can be tracked by that server. So that information can be even logged into the server's databases or any other storing mechanism. So that is about web beacon. So here, the option A is the only answer. Question number 14. Which of the following statements about HTML document object model, or DOM, is a correct. So here we are talking about document object model. Um, so the document object model is actually a programming interface for HTML and XML documents. Right? It represents the page so that programs can change the document structure, style, and content. So the DOM represents the document as nodes and objects. So programming languages can connect to the page and do manipulations on the structure. So basically a web page is a document. This document can be either displayed in the web browser window or as HTML source as we know, right? But it is the same document in both cases. DOM represents the same document so that it can be manipulated, right? The DOM is an object-oriented representation of the web page, which can be modified with a scripting language such as JavaScript. Okay, so basically JavaScript is one of the ways that you can manipulate the DOM. So that's about DOM. Okay, let's just dive into this question. A. It is an application programming interface for valid HTML. Yes, it is an API, application programming interface for HTML and XML. Yeah. So that is correct. B. It is a language dependent interface. Basically, document object model is it's a tree structure. Uh, Anything that is of a tree structure uh, can be thought of as a document object model. Um, and here, in this case, language dependent means is valid only for HTML. No, it's valid for XML as well. So this is wrong. It defines the logical structure of HTML documents. Yeah, document object models. Yes, it defines logical structure of HTML. That's true. A JavaScript program must always be written to create a DOM. Basically, DOMs are already available for HTML documents, right? So JavaScript can be used to even create DOM elements and remove, just change places, um, change the styles of the HTML elements. So likewise, there are many other things that you can do, but this one, the JavaScript program must always be written to create a DOM. No, that's wrong. So E, it is organized as a tree of objects. Yep, that is organized as a tree of objects. So it starts with the HTML. In the HTML case, in the HTML, if we take example HTML document, start with HTML and then head and the body tags, and then head inside the head we might have titles, meta tags. Inside the body we might have divisions, headings, and etc. Right? So basically, it's a tree structure. So here, option A is correct, C is correct, and E is correct. Question number 15. Which of the following statements about jQuery is correct? So option A. jQuery is a JavaScript library. Okay, that's correct. So basically, we use jQuery to manipulate the HTML page elements, right? So we can basically manipulate the document object model with the jQuery. It's a JavaScript library, so that's correct. So jQuery is jQuery is a Java library. So this Java is a separate language platform. So separate platform, actually it's a separate language, and JavaScript is the client side language that we use to work with web pages, right? So Java is different than JavaScript, so that is wrong. Okay. jQuery is a PHP library. That is wrong. It's not a PHP library. It's a JavaScript library. And option D, jQuery $i dollar hash ID. So this basically um, selects elements with ID equal to ID. Right? So select and JavaScript documented get element by ID. ID produce the same result. Actually, this might be this and this guy targets the same element, but the result will be different. So this will return a jQuery object, and this will return the DOM element with the ID. Okay? So there's a difference between this. So it's not the same result. So this is wrong. And option E, the jQuery selector hash div ID select all HTML elements with div. So basically here the jQuery selector itself is wrong, right? It should be a dollar sign, and even if that is correct, div hash ID 01 is all the uh, all the elements within this div, right? With this ID 01. So this is also wrong. So the option A is the only correct answer. Question 16 and 17 are based on the following HTML code. The dotted line indicates a missing line of code. Okay, so basically, doc.type HTML is HTML5 document, HTML starting tag script. There's a reference to the jQuery, and there's another script inlines internal script tag, the function add. Okay, value taken. Okay, there's a blank line and subsection HTML. The result is defined. And then here, when we come to the body, there's a heading tag, simple page, div. There's a division with ID form section. There's a form starting here and ending here. Right? The name is my form action form 101.php. The method is post, and enter value 1 is a text, just a text. And here we have an input type text, which is a text box, right? And there's another second input type text, so there the two text boxes are there, and there is a division for result section div, and there's a button called ID button one type button, right? And on click it calls this function, which is this JavaScript function, this one, right? Okay. So this one is being called. Okay. Right. So this is the basic idea of the HTML code. Now let's dig into the question. Which of the following statements is correct about the code? Right? When the page is rendered, there would be a single text box on the page. As we know, there were two inputs, right? Input type text, input type. So there are two text boxes. So this one is wrong. When the page is rendered, there would be two text boxes on the page. That is correct. When the page is rendered, there would be a button with the label add numbers on the page. Label add numbers. See, there was only one button. Here is the button. Right, here is the button. The label is add numbers. Right? So it should be add numbers. So that is correct. When the page is rendered, there would be a button with the label button on the page. So that is wrong because the label is add numbers, right? And E, when the user clicks on the button, right, the page will be submitted to the server. Let's see. We have a form, okay, that's a form, right? This is a button, but button type is button. If it was like submit, it would have submitted the, if the button type is submit, it will submit the form to the form 01. So basically, because the button type is button, this is wrong. Okay? Question 17. Which of the following lines should replace the dotted line to print the sum of the two values entered at the text boxes? Right. So here, so what are the text boxes here? There's a text box with ID value 1 and ID value 2. Right. So here this is which code? This is JavaScript code. So basically we are taking the get element by ID value 1. So this one is being taken and its value, right? So that is stored in value 1 variable. This one is value 2. So value of this text box is stored here. So in order to take the sum should be equal to the addition of value 1 and value 2. So basically when this is read, it is read as string values, right? String values. So we need to pass those values to integer. So in JavaScript, the passing is done by pass int, right? Pass int. So we have to pass in value 1 plus pass in value 2, and then after adding those two, we need to assign it to the sum. So because in this line, result section but in HTML, the result is equal to this sum. So sum is the variable that we use. Now let's see the answers. Here in JavaScript we can use the post variables, and this is from some value 1 plus value 2. So here in JavaScript, value 1 will be the value, let's say for example, we give 10 as the value 1 and 20 as the value 2. This will result in 1020. So this is wrong. Basically, we need to convert into integers. In, here, int value 1. Int is used in PHP, not in Java. So converting to integer is done by this one. Just this correct. Pass int value 1 plus pass int value 2. So this seems to be correct, and this post variable is not true. So basically, D is the answer. Question number 18. Which of the following statements have the same effect as the statement? Okay. Value 1 equal document dot get element by ID value 1 dot value. So basically it is there's an element with ID value 1 and it's taking its value, right? Okay. So here this is a jQuery selector $value 1. So basically this is fetching the ID, so this is not the way to fetch the ID, so this is wrong. We need to have a hash, we need to be starting with a hash. Okay. So in this case also it's wrong. Value 1 equal dollar. Here we start with the hash, that is correct. Value 1 dot val. But when you want to take the val, it's a function, and you need to be providing the parentheses after this. Okay? So this is wrong. Value 1 equal dollar hash value 1 dot val. Okay, so this is correct. Value 1 dollar hash value 1 dot value. Dot value is used in plain document interface, so we can use it like this actually. So it's bare HTML where I use where I use this. Okay, so this is also wrong. Questions 19 and 20 are based on the following script. Assume that the name of the script file is app.php. So there's a basic HTML document here, and there's a PHP tag which checks for the post variable is set and post name is set. Okay, and then there's a new variable is being assigned with the student object. Okay. And there are two parameters here we have form, right? Here we have form. The form we have one input type text. Yes, this is the second input type text, and a hidden input and a submit input, which value is sent. Okay. So basically we have two text boxes and a hidden field and a submit button. Okay. And then there's another PHP code where class is defined with the name student, and here we have the constructor of the student class, which takes two parameters, name and age. So here there is fopen for the data.txt file, and it is open in append mode. Okay, and this resource has been written, this file has been written with the name comma age and a slash n, right? And file has been closed. So this happens in the constructor. Okay. So the question, 19th question is, which of the following statements about the script are correct? So here, each time a user clicks the button with the label send, a new file with the name data.txt is created and a record is added to it. Okay, so each time a user clicks the button with the label send, a new file with the name data.txt is created. So here, each time when the user clicks on the send button, right, so this is a form which will be submitted to the app.php file, basically this same file, and it will contain, to check whether this name post variable is set, okay, whether it is defined and it has. Now here it checks whether it is not empty, right? So if both of these evaluates to true only, there will be a student object be created. Okay. Okay. Now let's check this one. Send a new file with the name data.txt. Now if the values are there, both of these name, and if this condition is also true, then the name has a value in this text, but if it has a value, right, then it will come inside and execute the student constructor. Okay. So in the constructor, the fopen is called with the append mode. So basically, a new file with the name data.txt is created and a record is added to it is wrong, because it will not always create one. Only when these conditions are met, and then even these are met, it will be created in the append mode, right? So this is wrong. Now, each time a user clicks the button with the label send, a record is appended to the text file with the name data.txt. So that seems to be correct, because comes here, right? Once this constructor is evaluated, so basically this code is being invoked, right? It will be done in the append mode. So, but the question here is, whenever you click on this send, we can't ensure that the name value is not empty, right? So if this is not empty only, if condition will be evaluated to true. So because we don't know if the name, sometimes the name might be empty. So in that case, this code will not execute. This line of code will not execute. So because of that, the file will not be, this text will not be appended. Okay. So each time I use click the button with the label, you will be disable. That is wrong. When a user clicks the button with the label send, a script named applet PHP is executed. When you click on this send button, right, this is the form. This is the form. This form's action applet PHP is executed. That is correct. Okay. The value of the text boxes on the page can be accessed at the server end by the respective PHP script by using the post global array. So whenever you click on send, this name input and age input will be posted back to this page, right? So basically that is also correct. The hidden input value on the page cannot be accessed at the server end. So hidden input at the server end by the respective PHP script by using the post global array. So here is the hidden input. So this input also will be posted so that you can fetch in the post array. If we ask for the code key, it will provide the value. So the page cannot be accessed means that is wrong. So the answer is C and D. Okay. Alright, question number 20. Which of the following statements about the script is correct? The class student has a constructor method. If you look at the class student, so this is the class student. Yeah, it has a constructor method. Okay, so this is the constructor method, which will be run when when we create an instance of this student class. Okay, so this is correct. The method constructing the class student is executed every time an instance of the class is created. Yes, that's correct. The final effect of the script will not change when the statement std equal new student post name and post age. Right? So this is instantiating the student and assigning that instance to the std variable. It's replaced with the new statement. New, if we just use this, right, it will still execute the code. Here now, this actually has no effect because we just create a student object and assign it as std, and we don't use that after that. Okay. So basically, the final effect of the script will not change. Is correct. And the final effect of the script will not change when the segment, if is set post name and post name not equal empty string, is replaced with a new segment post name not equal empty string and is set post. So basically this has been reversed. No? Yeah, this one has been reversed, but the effect is significant because in this and first this will be evaluated. Right? If that is evaluated to true only, the next portion will be evaluated. Right? But in this case, if there is no post name key, um, then this will error out. This, when we don't have the name uh, this variable set, then if we ask the value of this by using this one, this statement post name, this will error out. So basically it will generate an error. So this has a significant difference. Okay. So the final effect will be changed. Okay. The final effect of the script will not change when the statement $f equal open data txt a is replaced with a new segment $f equal open data txt in w. So here the difference is append mode and write mode. So in append mode, for each item, each character set that you write will be appended. Right? In write mode, that file will be regenerated as well as the content will be overwritten. So this is totally different stuff. Okay, so this is also A, B,